the first critical choice I made was to pick up the phone. Now, for me, that was a practical yet profound choice. I was all the things and was just, so picking up the phone was my first choice. What I realized is that in order to create success, it really starts with making a first choice. Nobody can choose for us. And so I am curious, when you reflect on your journey, what is a first choice you've made that has impacted your journey to success?
It's a pretty simple one that I think it kind of set the tone for a lot of the choices that I've made, or the choices that I've been presented with. I think, being presented with a choice is one thing, making a choice is another. And so anytime you have a choice, I think there's power in that. So my first choice was when I decided 10 plus years ago to play Division I basketball. And I will never forget that feeling of sitting at the kitchen table when the coach that recruited me was at my house and my mom made dinner. And it was like the moment that I had been working super, super hard for, and that my parents had sacrificed for, and kind of all of those things you hear about, like living in that moment. And I will never forget, walking her out the front door and closing the door behind her and being like, oh my gosh, like I have like a really big girl choice to make right now. And, when you work for something and then you have the opportunity to live it, sometimes I don't know that you're prepared for what that feeling is, and
Mhm.
um, I'll never forget that feeling. And I've had that feeling in other contexts as I've grown up, and it's been professionally, it's been personally, that like that excited, fearful feeling. And that was what I felt in that moment. But I think that making the choice to play somewhere that I never wanted to go, I never expected to go, that I knew was going to physically push me beyond, maybe what I would have had that traditional thought of success at, like being the all-time this or the all-time that, or the starter for 4 years. Like I knew it was going to push me. And so being able to walk into that situation, and I think I had a successful experience. Again, that's relative to what you think success is. And so that choice, when I've been faced with it in the future or in other contexts, and I've had that same feeling, I'm like, okay, I know it's going to work out. It's been
I know
similar.
this feeling.
Yeah, I know this feeling, and there is a lot of work, and there's probably some stress and some hard times, but it's going to pay off, because I will never forget graduating and being like, wow, like I did this. I did this, and I'm super, just like, I was super proud of myself at that time. And then every time I've had that feeling when I decided to move across the country by myself, 2,500 miles from anybody that I knew, um, it was that same fearful, excited. And now I've been here for 5 years, and um, it's been an amazing, part of my life. So
You're feeling it. I love how you say the experience was successful. You, through the experience of making the choice and then the 4 years playing at that college for that team, for that coach with those teammates, you didn't even say the outcome. It was the experience was successful.
yeah,
And I think more times than not, we think about the outcome of versus the experience. Like the experience is the outcome.
exactly. It is. And without that experience, I don't think that I would have been able to achieve the things that I have, statistically, or whatever, however you want to,
Mhm. However you
quantitate.
measure the
Yeah,
traditional.
however you want to measure. But I just think that in going through that experience and finding success through that, I mean, it taught me how to really talk to people and connect with people. And we're going to talk a lot about love, and that has a lot to do with those teammates during that time. And yeah, so I think I think that's huge.
Uh, you can answer this question yes or no, or I don't know, in simply just one of those words. or you can expand. Is there a first choice that you're contemplating now?
Mm, I would say I'm probably, um, maybe.
Okay, maybe.
Maybe.
Great. Leave it at that. Oftentimes, right? And you even said it. I made a first choice here, which helped me make a first choice here, which ultimately at some point you will have another a first choice
Yeah.
to make. Thank you for joining me for our Choose and Become interview series. You could find this episode and others at trishkendall.com. Just go to trishkendall.com/choose-become-interview-series. Or if you have a question or just want to leave a comment, email me, trish@trishkendall.com.